Boom, hello. I might put my sword away. We're not fighting today. There we go. Saw Hololive and your brain was like, yes, hell yeah, brother. Yep, we're playing more Hololive Treasure Mountain today. Ugh. I wanted to stream today. Well, I wanted to stream yesterday, but I had a headache and I was tired and I just wasn't up to it. And then I'm like, okay, I'll stream tomorrow. And then I woke up today and I'm just laying there. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna be tired really early again today, so let's do a morning stream. Yeah, good to see you here. Let me go ahead and update the first. Hey Archie, what's up? Good to see ya. Welcome on in, friendo. How are you all doing today? It's a pleasure to have you all here on this fine Sunday morning, Gwen Stefani. On Sunday morning. Anyway. So, there are a couple I'm trying to unlock. Like, to unlock Kiara, you need to have Mori Calliope in your deck, which I do. And then you need to get 9 chains, which is... I don't know if I'll ever get that. And then... I forget who it was, but to unlock them, you have to have Watame as the biggest piece and create it twice, which, okay, I have Watame set as the biggest piece, so now we just gotta get Watame twice. Bam! Nice. Clean. Yeah, it's good to see you all. I do have some plans for this week, stream-wise. Hopefully you can hear me okay over the chatter of the game. But, I do have some plans for this week. I do want to finally wrap up that Banjo-Kazooie playthrough that I started, like, a year ago and haven't played it, like, a year. And because Monster was kind enough to gift Hollow Knight, I want to stream that as well. Especially with the new one coming out. I've never played Hollow Knight, so that should be interesting. We'll see how that goes. And I do want to try streaming for longer, you know what I mean? I want to do longer streams. You know, I see a lot of people do like 6-hour streams, and it's like, I'm not trying to like compare myself to them or anything, but it's like, man, I'd like to do long streams like that. Because it's like, it's nice to be able to just, you know, say, okay, I'm just going to stream for 2 hours. That's nice to do, but I think it would also be nice to, every now and then, stream for longer. My food just got ready. Have a good show. Fair enough, Archie. Enjoy your food. I hope you're eating something good. Yeah, I'll be sure to hydrate. Thank you very much, buddy. But yeah, enjoy your food. If I don't see you again, have a good rest of your night. I appreciate you popping in. Well, Archie's from from the UK, so over there it's dinner time. But yeah, right. For me it's a half hour till noon, so it is lunchtime coming up. Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, time zones are weird and confusing, especially, you know. They can just be really confusing sometimes. It would be interesting if the world didn't have time zones, but then it's like, well then, we would have to decide which part of the world is going to have to just become nocturnal, you know what I mean? Because, like, it might be noonish for me, but it's like, you know, in Australia and places like that, it's like the middle of the night, ain't it? So it's like, that'd be like, okay, so people in my hemisphere, you know, we get to just keep waking up when we normally wake up, but then other people on the other side of the planet, you have to start waking up at, like, midnight, 1 a.m. You know what I mean? So it's just, I wish there could be a situation where we just didn't have time zones and everyone was just active all at the same time, but like I said, unless we could, like, unless like, an entire region decides, yeah, you know what, we'll just become nocturnal and just, you know, we'll instead of starting our day, like, in the late morning, we'll start our day at, like, 11 p.m. midnight. That would be weird, though. That'd be an interesting, like, what do they call that? Like, alternate history or something like that? Those Mori did not want to collide. They really did not. They really did not. They had a little bit of an attitude. I was actually just watching her right before this do Elden Ring. That's been fun to do. She's been doing her Guts cosplay playthrough. Calliope mo genki. Yeah, I always like Calliope Mori. She's cool, man. She draws the perfect line between being really cool and also being kind of like a lovable dork. Yeah, yeah, she's basically doing an Elden Ring run as Guts, basically. So she's using the Guts greatsword, you know, she's got armor that looks like Guts. That's been pretty fun to watch. It makes me want to try doing, like, gimmick playthroughs. Yeah, you remember that? Yeah. Yeah, I was watching that right before this. She finally beat Millennia, and I think she's on, what's that? That one dragon that's like Placidusax or something like that. I forget. She really is good at those games, man. I give her credit. I remember when she first debuted, she said that she's like, she's like, there aren't that many games I'm good at, but I feel like I'm pretty good at Souls games. And I'm like, hell yeah. And then I saw her and I'm like, wow, she wasn't kidding. Yeah, I like Mori a lot. She's fun. I think she's good at what she does. She makes really good music, I think. Calliope mo genki. Nice to reap you. Watching her Jump King series? Oh god, yeah, me too. I love her reactions. Like when she, like, misses a jump and she falls, she's like, no! She's so funny, man. She goes from being so chill to being so loud so fast. She really is hardworking too, man. Like she works a lot and she works hard, so it makes me really happy when like I see her say, like, on Twitter that she's taking some time off and, like, you know, resting for a bit. It's like, good, please do. You really need it. Like not trying to like mom her or anything like that, but it's like, man. I wish I had even a quarter of her work ethic, dude. Like, her energy that she puts into everything she does, holy cow. Even just a quarter, just a fraction of it, I feel like I can get a lot. Oh, god. Oh, that Hachima wants to go. It's okay, I haven't played this in a while. We're shaking off the rust. I could combine these Hachimas, but that might be risky. Oh. Was a bit risky. But did we die? No. We might soon know. Yeah, Calliope was the first member of Hololive English to do her debut. I remember, I still remember that because it's like I got into Hololive. And it was like not too long after. Okay, yeah, she's going. But not too long after that, they announced Hololive English, and I'm like, oh wow, nice. Because it's like, I enjoy JP, you know, obviously, but it's like, I'm like, oh, I'll actually be able to understand what they're saying. And I remember, I still remember the first couple of seconds of Mori's debut stream. She's like kind of talking to herself. She's like, okay, how should I talk? I should sound cute. I should talk cute. And then she goes to talk. She's like, hello, everyone. But then she starts like choking on her own words and just. She like tried too hard to do a cute voice and it wound up making her cough. Yeah, I'm glad to. I'm glad to. And I'm also glad that if she ever did, it's like, well, at least it's well known where to find her aside from HoloLive, you know what I mean? You know, a lot of people know. But honestly, like, knock on wood, because I don't want to jinx nothing, but I feel like Calliope's... I feel like she's someone that they would try really hard to keep. But then again, I felt like Gura is someone that they would try really hard to keep. But I think the thing with Gura is that they tried too hard, you know what I mean? Because I get the vibe that Gura just kind of wanted to, like, play games and be a goofy anime girl, you know what I mean? I don't think she wanted the whole, like, idol thing. Whereas Mori is, like, she, like, you know what I mean? It's like, she has a task at hand and she, like, works at it as much as she can until she, like, gets herself sick. So it's like, I don't know. Maybe that life is just more accustomed for her, you know what I mean? Like maybe she's just more built for that, whereas Gura just, you know, I mean, she just wanted to be a silly anime girl, which I completely understand that, too. You know what I really hope? I really hope that... Because I don't know if there's some kind of rule or something, but... When a HoloLive member graduates and then they become an indie, you never see them do collabs with their old HoloLive friends, you know? Like Saba, Doobie, Nimi. None of them ever collab with the HoloLive town, and I wonder if that's some kind of, like, rule that they have. And if it is, I really hope that they get rid of it, because it's like... I don't know, man. It's like, I want to see them still play games together. I don't care if one of them has a different model and a different name now and isn't a part of HoloLive anymore. Who cares, right? Yeah, right? It feels like there is some kind of rule in place that doesn't allow that to happen, which I don't really agree with, because it's like, maybe they're thinking like, oh, well, we don't want... You know, we don't want them to use our platform to promote themselves, but it's like with VTubers like Saba, Doobie, you know, it's like they don't really need that. I mean, like, everyone already knows who they are, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's not like they dropped out of HoloLive, became nobodies, and, like, are now trying to, like, mooch off of HoloLive success. It's like, they're plenty successful on their own. I don't think they need to do that. You know, so it's like... I don't know, I think that they should be more... obviously, it's not the talents that are making the decision, because I'd be willing to bet if... You know what I mean? If they could, you know, like, HoloLive English Gen 1 probably would have done a collab with Saba or Doobie by now. But, yeah, I feel like there's something with the management that tells them they can't do that, which is a real shame. I'm sure they keep in touch, like, outside of that, you know, like, on their more personal accounts. It might be an unspoken rule. It might be. Because that's my best bet, is that it's some kind of thing where they're like, oh, well, we don't want, you know, we don't want them to use our platform, our talents to, like, promote themselves. But it's like, it's not really promoting themselves. I mean, it's like I said, everyone already knows who they are. And they're already doing amazing on their own. You know, especially, like, people like Saba. So it's like, you know, it's like, it's not really that much of a concern, in my opinion. You know, I don't feel like... It's like, I don't feel like they would get that much of a boost from collabing with HoloLive talent, because it's like, they're already doing really well on their own. And it's like like, they might get a couple of more subscribers and viewers, like maybe people that were late to the party and, you know, don't know that, you know, obviously, like, Saba is Gura, Doobie is Ame. I don't know. I feel like they just need to, like, loosen up a little bit with stuff like that. Like, why not? Because that's the thing, it's like, sure, you know, maybe Saba, maybe Doobie, like, maybe they'll get a couple of more subs or followers or whatever from doing it, but it's like, also, it's gonna get more eyes on the... I mean, people are... You know, people would watch the stream that might not normally watch it just because it's like, oh, shit, you know, it's... You know, it's... Like, imagine if Saba and Doobie did a collab with Kiara, Ina, and Calliope Moore, you know? So it was like the Gen 1 reunion, kind of. Obviously, they don't have to market it that way. But, like, could you imagine if they did that? They'd probably get, like, 100K concurrent viewers, man. You know what I mean? They probably would, I think. They'd get a hell of a lot, that's for damn sure. So, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of a mutual thing. I wonder if there's, like, a time thing. Oh, my God! Miko got launched! But, yeah, I just feel like, I don't know, it would be a beneficial thing for everybody involved, I think. But I wonder if there is some kind of time limit. Like, okay, you were part of HoloLive, you've graduated, you've gone indie, HoloLive talents will not acknowledge you for, like, 5 years or something, which, that feels like a lot, but... You know what I mean? I don't know. I think they should be a little more lax with that. Just, you know, let the talents do what they want. I do remember, I think it was... it was... Sana. The person that used to be Sana did a watch-along collab with Crony on on Crony's personal account. I remember that happened. So it's like, they could still do it, like, on their personal accounts. At least from what I understand. Hi, I'm HoloLive English Myth. Man, I saw someone on Twitter the other day trying to say how, like, oh, the members of HoloLive English actually all secretly hate each other and blah blah blah, and it's like, bro, chill the fuck out. I don't know why people want stuff like that to be real so much. It's like, are you that obsessed with drama that you can't, like, enjoy something without thinking like, oh, I know all these people hate each other, they have to. So they can. People obsessed with drama, they really are. They really are. It's like I said, they can't fathom, like, a group of people like HoloLive and thinking, like, everyone in HoloLive either gets along, or it's like, even if they don't like each other, they're not, like, at each other's throats or anything. I mean, like, obviously, I don't know what the talents are thinking. Maybe there are some rivalries within HoloLive, but it's like, that's just the thing, is you would never know that. Obviously, the management's not going to let something like that fly because they want to keep the good vibes. Nice to read you. I don't know, I feel like if there were members of HoloLive that didn't like each other, they probably just wouldn't interact. You know what I mean? They probably would just not make anything out of it, which is the professional thing to do. And I feel like HoloLive usually does a really good job when it comes to, like, scouting the talent that joins, you know? I think they do a pretty good job at, like, identifying, like, okay, this person is trustworthy, this person, maybe not so much. Because there haven't really been any scandals. I mean, like, there have been members that have been fired, but it was never anything, like, super egregious. I think, what happened with Russia is probably the most egregious, which all that really was just kind of, like, leaking information, I guess. Which definitely sucks, but it's like, I don't know. Man, I remember when that all happened with Rishia. Like, I wasn't like I didn't watch her all that much, but I usually have like YouTube going while I sleep, and I just kind of put on like, you know, any VTuber I like that's live at that moment. And a lot of times I would like wake up at like 4 or 5 in the morning and Rishia would be live, so I'd be like, okay, I'll just put her on.
Thank you. Love. Love. 恥ずかしいの船長のこともしかして。ユミとミカのさくらこんなに可愛いなんて奇跡ですよ。
Yeah. You too, huh? Yeah, it's a shame what happened with Risha. It really is. It's like, even if she was in the wrong, it's like, it still sucks.
Shinigami, hardworking Shinigami, Hololive met the first generation of Hololive English. Nice to reap you.
You know, it feels right having Gura be my smallest piece here. Little Gura. Even though Gura wasn't the shortest member of Hololive, Luna was for the longest time, but now Bales is, I think? I think Bales is the shortest member now? Or not Bales, Bibu. Not Bales. Bales is in the mid-height. Like, still kind of short, but, you know, mid-height. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Bibu that's the shortest now. Bijo. It's funny how, like, no one calls her Biju or whatever her name is supposed to be, so I don't even really know how to pronounce it. Everyone just says Bibu. Oh, let's all relax a little bit. I'm feeling Kenzie might be sick because these damn kids in the dirty bus. Oh, maybe. That's a shame. Yeah, oh no! Fubuki! I just said it like a kaiju. Ah, Biju. Right. Hey, Rui, what's up, man? Good to see you. Biju. Yeah, I think that's how it's pronounced. I don't think it's Bijo. B. Joseph. Yeah, if Kenzie is sick, then I wish her all the best. I hope she feels better soon. Have I played HoloCure? No, I haven't, but I do have it installed. I do want to give it a shot sometime. I've never really played a game like that. Like, what's that called? Like a roguelike or something? I think. Well, I guess I have played Night Rain, but I guess Night Rain and HoloCure are pretty different games. So just coming back from your model kit store? Ooh, nice! You get something good? Man, we used to have stores like that around here, but they all closed, and now they're all cell phone shops or tobacco shops. Sucks. Like Vampire Survivor. Yeah, Kalibi played a lot of that game, and then she 100%ed it. In fact, she gifted me that game, I'm pretty sure, Vampire Survivors. I'll have to play that too. I have a lot of games on my to-play list. Maybe I should experiment with, like, making schedules. I wonder how that would go for me. I've never really done a schedule before. We need to change the stream to HoloCure right now. I'll tell you what, I'll try and stream it sometime soon. I do want to branch out, because as much as I enjoy streaming like Night Rain and you know, SSX Tricky. It's like, I do want to stream other games. The Demi Trainer and the Dagger L, both Gundam model kits. Hell yeah, dude. Very nice. Very nice. I hope they provide you with a lot of fun and enjoyment. Sounds pretty awesome. Saw some Metabot kits, but they were more expensive. Well, fair enough. Fair enough. Ain't trying to go out of house and home for anything, you know? Fair enough. Well, I'm glad you still managed to get something cool nonetheless. Man, 31 days until my 4-year streaming anniversary. 4 years I've been doing this. Almost half of a decade. That's crazy. I remember like 5 years ago, I wanted to be a streamer, but I'm like, I can't be a streamer. Nobody's gonna think I'm entertaining or interesting. But then I just decided to do it, and here I am. I'm still doing it.
Hi, I'm Mori Live from Hololive English Myth.
It's not a suggestion for a streaming game, but it might be risky. Oh, interesting. What's the suggestion? Black Souls with the smiley face. Oh boy. Yeah, I've never played that, but I have heard a lot about it. I know Tenma is a fan of it, isn't she, from Face Connect? Maybe. Maybe. That might be a game I'd have to try out a little bit on my own. And then make a decision from that, but maybe. Maybe. I have been curious about that game, because I have heard a lot of stuff. Oh no, what was I thinking? I have heard a lot about it. So I would like to try it out sometime, I think. Yeah, I remember when it became available on Steam, and everyone was like, no, don't put it on Steam, the normies will get to it.
It's me, your hardworking Shinigami.
Oh, I could have got the 9 chain. I could have done it. I could have done it. I came so close. I always love that a lot about Gura, how sometimes she would just start baby talking. Just a heads up, the Steam version has its H scenes removed, with soft locks the game. Aww. That's a shame. I mean, like, I'm not really into, like, H games, I guess? Is that the term for it? Like, I guess that's not really my thing, but at the same time, it's like, I also believe in, like, artistic expression, you know? So it's like, I don't think that stuff should be removed just because it makes some people uncomfortable. I mean, they could just not play the game if they really find it that uncomfortable. You know, I would rather be uncomfortable than take away artistic freedoms, you know. The real version is easy to find. That's good, that's good, that's good. Well, like I said, because I value artistic freedom, if I ever did play it, I probably would play the real version, like you said. Just because I don't want to play like a neutered experience, you know what I mean? That'd be like playing Manhunt, but all the executions are removed. Yeah, I'll always be an advocate for artistic freedom and liberties, even if it's something that makes people uncomfortable. It's like, being made uncomfortable isn't a crime, you know? In fact, honestly, it's like, Embracing things that make you uncomfortable just kind of make you stronger as a person, I feel. You know, like, not to say you have to constantly subject yourself to stuff that makes you feel icky, but it's like, I don't know, I feel like not shying away from something just because it's, you know, a little uncomfortable. I feel like, I guess I feel like that's like a show of strength, you know what I mean? Like, maybe not strength, but like, I'm not sure how to phrase it. But I think you know what I mean. It's a show of, like, maturity, I think, where it's like, yeah, okay, this thing maybe isn't for me. You know, it's making me a little uncomfortable, but, you know, I mean, like, nobody in the real world is getting hurt. You know, I mean, nobody's putting a gun to my head and forcing me to engage with this thing, so it is what it is.
Hi, I'm more glad to whole life English myth.
It's the white woman saying of live and let live. Yeah, exactly, right? I agree, white women. Bruh. I completely agree, though. Yeah, live and let live. It's like it. You know, if it really makes you that uncomfortable, you don't have to play the game. Just don't play it. It's that's fair enough. You know, it's like just like with Manhunt. It's like if you don't like blood and gore, then just don't play Manhunt. You know what I mean? You could find a stealth, like if you want to play a stealth game that doesn't have a bunch of gore, you could find that. It doesn't have to be Manhunt. For example, I don't like horror movies, but I won't. Yeah, exactly, right? Exactly. You know, it's just let people enjoy things. Let them have access to the things that they enjoy, even if it's something that you personally don't like. You know, I mean, because that's the thing, is like, once we start trying to, like, censor things, like a lot of people in the world are trying to do right now, it's just, that's the thing. It's like, at first people were like, oh, what? No, they're just targeting those icky porn games that make me say, ew, that's gross. But it's like, yeah, but that's not where they're gonna stop. You know what I mean? It starts with that, but then it'll be the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing, until just, like, everything's banned. Nothing is fun anymore. You know, we're all wearing, like, gray jumpsuits listening to radio static, because that's the only thing that the government has decided is, you know, okay for us to engage in. You know what I mean? So it's just, I would prefer to avoid the slippery slope and tell these people advocating for censorship, like, hey, bud, maybe stuff it up your ass. Have a subway to catch C in 50 minutes. Or yeah, no problem, Rui, no problem. Don't let me keep you from catching the train. Yeah, we should still be going in 50 minutes from now, so you know, enjoy your train ride, travel safe. Oh, Ina! Yeah, see you in a bit, Rui. Yeah, I'm trying to aim for 2 hours today. But like I said, this week I would like to try maybe doing a longer stream, maybe like 6 hours or something, I don't know. I'll just have to think about what game I want to play for that long. Because it's like, don't get me wrong, I can play games for a long time. Like, I've had people tell me, like, that's crazy that you could play this game, like, literally all day. And it's like, yeah, you know. Like, once I decide this is what I'm doing, I can sit there and do that thing for a real long time. I'll just add, but the thing is, like, when you add streaming to the equation, I guess that just makes it a little more tiring. I don't even know why. I guess it's just, like, the whole prospect of, like, being on. You know what I mean? Like, having yourself be in streamer mode. Like, that in and of itself can just be a little exhausting. It's not the most exhausting thing in the world, obviously. It's not like I'm digging ditches or anything like that, but it can still take a toll after a while. But I'd like to get some of my streaming endurance back that I used to have. I love how I could pick the Gura noises out from the other ones. Because her noises are like...
みんなも気持ちよくなろう。タランチュー。やっぱりこれは正直ね、この辺は。ワールドワイドで最高アイドル。でもこと。ね、小さいの可愛いよね。ガーグラ、ホロライ。お互いウィンウィンでホロライトはね、ウィンウィンでやっていきたいなと思います。あんたやっぱり変態？やっぱりね。オッケー。
Did Hachima just say hentai? I mean, that would be in character for Hachima, but
それもね、なんだろう。
Hi, I'm Mori Calliope from Whole
Nina-san.
Life English Myth.
bam.
もう何君たちもみたいな感じが出るから。おうマリンは別だ。船長は船長だから船長が言いなさい。わかりました。猫ちゃん。
Yeah, this week... I'm not sure what days yet. Maybe I will come up with a schedule, but... The plan is I want to finish Banjo-Kazooie, which we're right before Rusty Bucket Bay, which... There's Rusty Bucket Bay, then there's Click Clock Wood, which... Click Clock Wood is kind of like 4 levels combined. You know, and then there's just the end game shit that you do in that game. I won't spoil it. And then the final boss fight. And, you know, since we're going for a 100% run, obviously, that's gonna, takes a little bit longer than just, you know, doing just enough to get by. But it'll be worth it. And then I want to do Hollow Knight soon. My first ever time playing it. Maybe I won't even do a trial run. Maybe I'll just go into it raw. Now, I will say right now, I'm not promising that I'm going to finish Hollow Knight. Maybe? I guess it depends how I feel about it. Because I do feel like it could be a game that can be a little frustrating after a while. And I try not to subject myself to too much frustration, but... Who knows, maybe it'll be like when I played Dark Souls for the first time and it really pissed me off, but I couldn't stop playing it, and then once I finally beat it, I'm like, it was all worth it. He definitely said something about hentai. Me hentai, you hentai.
これまずいですよ。これ大丈夫かなこれ。
It's taco time.
久々に攻めちゃった。しょうがないんだ。いいよ。
Yeah?
モリカリオペーのライブイングリッシュのいつも頑張ってる死神ですです。話は国王ですです。
ですです。
タランチュー、タランチュー。マジックビンタみたいな。もう何もう。犬が猫でね。可愛すぎる猫ちゃんね恥ずかしいよ。
I've been battling a bit of a headache all day so far. I think I was clenching my jaw in my sleep. Because I woke up and just got this pressure headache. I keep getting them too, so I think I have a problem with clenching my jaw when I sleep. I think that's my newest theory on why this keeps happening. I need to like get something that stops my jaw from clenching while I'm sleeping.
Nina-san, it's me, your hardworking Shinigami.
So yeah, I'll try and go for the 2-hour mark, but if my headache gets worse, I'll close off and go lay down or something. I get this like burning behind my left eye specifically. Not like sometimes it's both, but if it's only one eye, it's always my left, which makes me wonder why that is. You know, I've had people tell me like, "Oh, it sounds like you need glasses," but that really isn't the case. Because it's like, it doesn't happen when I'm looking at the screen. It happens when I first wake up in the morning. You know what I mean? When, you know, after having my eyes closed for hours. So it's like, I don't think it's like a screen thing. I don't think it's glasses. I think I just... You know, I think it has something to do with me clenching my jaw in my sleep. You know, I think maybe I got some stress I need to work out. Maybe I'll have to start doing some kind of like relaxation ritual before bed. You know, something to kind of like... Oh, that was a rubber. But something to just kind of like chill myself out a little bit, I guess.
Shinigami, hardworking Shinigami, hololive myth, first generation of hololive English. Nice to read you.
生マリンちゃんの始まり始まりん。嬉しいな、やっぱね。
Where to put this Ina? Not a lot of good places for this Ina to go. Yeah, that was a bad idea. That was a bad idea. That was a bad idea. Whew.
アニスパ投げてるのにポイポイ慣れすぎだってちょっと。にゃにゃにゃにゃにゃにゃにゃ。
Oh, it's getting a little congested here. Oh.
It's me, your
Whoa, 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 whoa! Oh my god, it all came crashing down.
はい、ありがとうございました。いや、完璧でしたね。頑張ってやっていきますんでね。
Let's see.
どこにしよっかな。どこね。オッケー。やっぱこれは
死神だよ。だから弱くない。
気になってマリンに名乗りついてくださってる方もいらっしゃいますと。嬉
Hi,
しいな、や
I'm
っぱ
more
ね。
happy from hololive English myth.
収集つかないじゃないですか。アウト。大丈夫ですよ。運営にちゃんとチェックしてもらいましたから。
Damn it, I'm trying so hard to get these chains. I'm not fast enough.
なかなかセンシティブなセンスが問われてる。悪いけどもうすぐお付き合い始めるかもしれない。ごめんな。
よろしくお願いします。
No! I just love that, like the cacophony of voices and you just hear Mori. No!
最高、めちゃめちゃ可愛い。なんで可愛すぎる。
Oh, but in trying to go fast, I end up getting sloppy. I love the Toad scream.
エッチすぎる。誰にでも好き好き言ってるのは本当にそうなんだけど、でも本当に好きなのみんな。これが難しい。アドベントの輝くものだよ。どうも。
Nico. It's amazing, yeah.
センスが問われてる。
Same desu nya. Ah,
気持ちいいらしくて、君たちもちょっと試してみたら。
I was hoping she'd stay up
Shinigami,
there.
hardworking Shinigami, hololive myth, first generation of hololive English.
これで
Nice to read you.
Little Korone.
いいのいいのいいの。
Oh, we got a Kyla.
でもしてくれる？好きだ。
ギャルの生き方を見たことチラ見してるって感じ。これまずいですね。彼氏にさ。
Oh no, what the hell? I feel like I'm already hitting that point where I'm starting to get progressively worse.
有能、まあ女上司、有能女上司ということで、よろしくお願いします。なかなかいいですよ、これ。
Oh, and another thing I want to stream soon is I want to try out, because like I've played Repo and Peak before, but I kind of want to try doing those games solo, see how that goes. So maybe that'll happen sometime soon. I have some plans for October as well, you know, for spooky
駅
season.
もち行きたくないから基本的に誰かのこと一番好きだって思わないことにしてる
Hopefully that'll be a nice fun time.
こっちをね恥ずかしい船長は船長だから船長と呼びなさいわかりましたかはいゴールだよこういうのだよ君たちタイムがありますお好き好き好き好き最高だってね
Oh, what was I thinking?
さあ頑張った頑張った燃えないな
Cool, cool.
ハローライブインですアドベントのわかりやすいボイスやることがいっぱいあるんですけど賢者タイムがあります脱いでみましたがどうでしょうかどうでしょうかどうした君たちおかしいぞミーコミーコのさくらってこれだけ困ったもんですね
Whole life English myth.
ね好きになっちゃうこういうの
Honestly, the fact they let you, like, set whichever members of Hololive you want as your, like, pieces or whatever you want to call them, that's, I think that's pretty cool. I do a lot of games solo, especially Outlast Trials, and honestly, it's fun. You get better. That's interesting. Yeah, I'll have to give that a shot. I feel like playing one of those games solo would also be interesting because it's like, well, when I play those games in a collab, which I do enjoy, don't get me wrong, but it's like, if I stream it solo, that'll give me a chance to, like, talk with chat more, you know? Because I enjoy collabs, but I'm not very good at keeping up with chat and my collab partners at the same time. My fish attention span can only go so far. I don't like how much that Hachima's on the edge. Hold me now. Nice. Desu desu.
なるほどねやるじゃん君たちさくらみこです
Hell yeah.
お付き合いを始めたいなって思っておりますはい頑張って生きるの分かった
Hell yeah.
しょうがない
Alright, we're getting somewheres. We're getting somewheres here.
引っ張ると脱げるぞそれがみこちゃん好きですよ分からしてやっから船長このライブ家の目の前に何これ好きだって思って
Focus more on the collab part. Yeah, you know, I mean, I feel like it's, you know, I mean, like, I know people understand. It's like, you know, you're doing a collab and you got people talking in your ears, so it's kind of, you know. So it's like, I know that that's not like a bad thing. It's just, I think it would be also interesting to experience those games solo, so that way, you know, that way I could, like, I'm not saying I don't want to collab, do those games as collabs anymore, but I think it would also be fun to try them solo too, just to, you know, I think that would create some interesting moments. Hey, good morning, monster. Well, good evening to you, I should say. How are you doing? You having a good one? I was just saying earlier I might stream Hollow Knight sometime this week. Try what game solo? Oh, I was talking about maybe trying Peak and Repo solo, like streaming those solo, you know? Like, not that I don't want to do collabs of those games anymore, but, like, I still do. But I think it would be fun to do them solo as well. I think that would create some interesting moments. You know, like, in Repo, I would end up just being so fucked. Because it's like, oh... You know, it already kind of blows when you're playing Repo and you're the last one alive, but it's like, oh, when I play solo, that's just how it'll be the whole time. But I think that could, like I said, I think that would make for some fun moments. I think Peak would maybe be more manageable solo. But also, you know, obviously, like, both games definitely are meant to be played with multiple people, but I think it'd be fun to experience them solo. Never played those games, like, at all? I think they're fun. Yeah. Some people got really good at Peak real quick. which is interesting.
Mina-san, it's me.
I've played it a few times with some of my other friends that kind of handheld me through it, and I think it's a really fun game. I think it is. You know? One of those games you just play with a few people and you kind of don't expect to make it to the end. Which is honestly fun because it's like... That way there's like no pressure on it or anything. It's like, yeah, we're probably all gonna freeze to death or whatever, but that's fine. That is fine. But yeah, I'll probably try Hollow Knight for the first time this week. Thanks again for gifting that. Like, I'll try to complete Hollow Knight. I'll try to. We'll see what happens. I'll definitely give it the old college try. It's like, I've completed, like, Dark Souls before, but... You know, Hollow Knight has a lot more, like, platforming elements to it, so... That might be a little more difficult for me, but we'll give it a shot. 3 days to beat it, then play Silk Song. Oh, dear. Well, fair enough. 3 days to beat it. Yeah, going from never playing it to completing it in 3 days. That would be amazing. I'd feel like I would need a trophy or something. But, you know, I'll just go at it at my own pace. You know, just do what I gotta do. I didn't realize it was that soon that Silk Song's coming out. Every waking hour between now and then I could probably beat it. I guess we'll see how it goes, huh? Who knows, maybe I'll play it and I'll get hooked and I'll be like, hey guys, sudden marathon stream. I do know people tend to get really hooked on that game, so who knows, maybe I will. I was talking about doing some longer streams, so maybe that game would be perfect for, you know, a longer stream. Aww. Hachima takes a swim. Wet Chama. I've seen multiple streamers get super hooked on it. Yeah, me too. Like a Tenma from Face Connect, man. She, like... It's become a meme, like, ah, yes, another short 10-hour Hollow Knight stream. Man, I remember, like, the other day she was playing Hollow Knight, and she was stuck on this one platforming part, and I, like, stepped away for, like, hours. And when I came back, she was still on that same part. I'm like, oh, no, this is the game I'm gonna play. But we'll see, we'll see. Maybe I'll be a savant. Maybe. I hope so. If we want more of a longer stream, then definitely Jump King. Oh gosh. See, now something like that, I'm not so sure. I don't really do well with the rage games. Jump King looks fun, but oh boy, I don't know. There's an achievement for beating it in under 5 hours. Maybe you'll first try it. Maybe, who knows? Maybe I will. Maybe I'll just, you know, be like, huh, this game got nothing on me. I am the Hollow Knight. I guess we won't know until I try it. So, yeah, I'll do that sometime this week. You know, maybe tomorrow, maybe Wednesday. I'm not sure. But I'm definitely in no rush to complete it. That's for damn sure. Because I know a lot of people are doing that, where they're like trying to beat Hollow Knight before Silksong comes out. I already know I'm not going to be able to do that, so it's like I'll just pardon me, just do it at my own pace. Be doing a lot of wandering. That's understandable. That's understandable. Which, I don't mind that. I don't mind that so much. You know, I mean, like, I actually kind of enjoy games that I just kind of wander a lot. Like, playing Skyrim or Fallout and just never fast traveling, you know? It's like, yeah, sure, I'll walk across the same stretch of empty land 100 times. I love that shit. Not even being sarcastic. And I do it all in third person like a psychopath. If you enjoy atmosphere like Skyrim, you'll like Hollow Knight. I'm sure I will. I'm sure I will. Because I do get that vibe that it's a very atmospheric game. And it really reminds me of Dark Souls a lot in that regard, too. You know, it's just kind of, it sets this, like, tone with its setting and its visuals and all that. That just really makes you just kind of, I don't know, it's like it kind of immerses you and all that. And I do agree. I feel like, you know, Hollow Knight will be just like that, like games like Skyrim and Dark Souls and all that. Which I appreciate. I am a big fan of atmosphere. You know, I can get lost in the game's atmosphere very easily. Oh, damn it! Man, I am not on my A game today. We are on our Z game. And I'm not talking Dragon Ball Z. I'm talking dirt sucking ass Z. Calliope mo Genki. Hydrate, I do need that, thank you, Zach. Yeah, I've been trying to hydrate more too. It's never a bad idea. It looks tough. What does? This game? Or something else? I lost my train of thought. This game, it really can be, man. It really can be. It could be the most casual game you've ever played, or it could be the most nail-biting shit ever, dude. Like, if you're just playing it for fun, it's not so bad, but once you're trying to, like, actually unlock different, you know, members of Hololive, it can be pretty strenuous, man. Like, my quest to unlock Korone took so long. But honestly, now that I've unlocked Korone, it's like unlocking anything else is kind of just, you know... It's kind of just like, yeah, you know, whatever happens, happens. Calliope mo Genki. Oh yeah, they actually have, like, pretty much every member of Hololive from each branch. And they have certain stipulations to unlock them. And you can swap them out in whatever order you like. It's pretty cool, honestly. It adds a lot of replayability to the game. You know, plus it's like if you get tired of hearing one member's voice lines, you can always swap them out. Yeah, right? It's pretty neat. I think they did pretty good with this game, honestly. It was smart for them to do that. I mean, to include pretty, like... I think the only members that aren't included are, like... If they aren't, are like really new ones, which those ones probably will be added eventually. I've unlocked a lot of them, but there's still a lot that I haven't unlocked. Me and Asan?
Mina-san, it's me, your hardworking Shinigami.
Thank you. Love.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate this game. I think it's really fun. You know, it's something that I can play that's pretty low effort, but I can also get really into it if I really wanted, which I have in the past. Maybe a little too into it. Boom!
これがホロライブちゃんですか。おう、マリ
Go.
船長は船長だから船長って言う
カリオペホルライブイングリッシュの
ちょっと
頑張ってる死神
これ以上何を言うんだみたいな。
です。
But yeah, I'll try Hollow Cure soon too, I think. I think that'd be fun. And I know Callie would enjoy it if I tried out Vampire Survivors. She was pretty hooked on that game for a while. And then she 100%ed and she's like, what do I do now? I give her credit for that, man. 100%ing a game ain't no joke. But damn, does it feel good. I remember there was a time, like in my early 20s, where I was just, that was my thing. I wasn't a speedrunner, but I insisted on 100%ing every game that I played. Which honestly caused me a lot of stress. So now I only aim to 100% games if I know for a fact I can do it without too much effort, or if it's a game that I really enjoy. You're thinking of trying Vampire Survivor? I think it looks pretty good. I've never really played games like Hollow Cure or Vampire Survivor, you know, but it looks pretty fun. It looks like the kind of game that I can get really into. Yeah, especially if there's like a lot to unlock and stuff like that, because that definitely keeps me playing a game when there's a lot to unlock.
Nice to reap you.
You know, I feel like that's kind of a lost art in a lot of games, where it's like, you know, back in the day, like playing a fighting game or something, there'd be so many unlockable characters and stages, whereas now, you'd be lucky if you have like one unlockable character, and then it's just like all the rest is DLC, you know? It takes the thrill out of it. So if a game has a lot to unlock, that is a really easy way to get me hooked on it. Honestly, WWE 2K25 has had me pretty hooked for that reason. I've just been on a tear the last couple of days, just trying to unlock everything.
I'm more
ちょっと
excited
ワクワ
to
ク
know live English myth.
ワクワクドキドキのねシーンもあるんじゃないでしょうか。なんだっけそんで
Yeah, I've been a wrestly boy lately.
みんなの気持ち
Haven't played a WWE game in ages. Yeah, this one, 2K25, admittedly, the main reason, because the newest one I have before that is 2K23, and then before that, the newest is 2K19. I stopped buying them, because I used to get them every year, but then I'm like, okay, they're just releasing the same game over and over again. But then I got 2K23 because that's when I got my PC, and I'm like, okay, well, I'd like to have it for the PC. And the reason I bought this one, 2K25, is because for the first time in like over a decade, they have it so that men and women can have matches against each other. You know, so you could pit a female wrestler against a male wrestler and it's okay. Because in the past, because like you could do like mixed gender tag team matches. And like, you know, like obviously sometimes like a wrestler will have like their girlfriend as their manager at ringside. And what would happen in the old games is that a female character can beat on a male character all they want, but the moment a male character attacks a female character, the match just ends. Like a thing just pops up, it's just match over, and your option is to restart or exit. Which kind of sucked, because it's like, you know, that's just, it just takes you out of it. You know, and plus it's like, a lot of the women in WWE don't really like that. They're like, motherfucker, it's like, I might be a woman, but I'm still a wrestler. You don't need to, like, coddle me like that. But, of course, a lot of people are like, oh, what, you want to be able to beat up women? I'm like, no, bro, you've got it twisted. I want to be able to play as a female wrestler and whoop the living shit out of, like, the most strong male wrestlers. Don't even know the current wrestlers. Honestly, I'm behind the times, too, but Thankfully, they have plenty of like old school ones as well in the roster. Did you play SmackDown Here Comes the Pain? I did not, actually, no. I have seen a lot about it. It does look like a pretty interesting game. I think, okay, because it's like, I had a couple of wrestling games for like Nintendo 64 and PlayStation 1. And then after that, I didn't get any newer ones until about, like, I think the newest wrestling game at the time I had was like Legends of Wrestling, which came out like in 2001, 2002. And then the newest one I got after that was SmackDown vs. Raw 2011, which was, you know, that had to have been like, well, 2011, 2012, whatever year that was. And then, yeah, the newest one after that I got was 2K16, which was like 2015. I remember that was the same year Fallout 4 came out. In the campaign mode of Wrestler and a Feud pissed me off. I would spend the match beating them for over 20 minutes. Every part of their body would be red. Yeah, they still have that mechanic in the modern games too, where you get like, there's like the little like human shape and it shows you like how damaged their limbs are. Hell yeah, man, that's the way to do it. You know what I mean? You get into a feud and it's like, hey bro, you want to feud with me? You're gonna be seeing red. Like, you think I'm gonna be seeing red because I'm angry? No, you're gonna be seeing red because you're busted up. Yeah, it's been I say 2K25 is a pretty decent game. Like, obviously it still has a lot of jank that a lot of the WWE 2K games have, but I think it's still fun to play. You know.
Hi, I'm Mori Calliope from Hololive English Myth.
The crowd would be like, stop, he's already dead. You got like children crying in the front row and you're like, that's right, bear witness. That's the thing with those games. It's like, even if you're not into wrestling, it's like, it's fun to just beat the hell out of your opponent. You know, and the wrestling games really give you a lot of options when it comes to that. Like, I feel like modern wrestling games, I feel like they try and lean too far into, like, being sports simulators instead of, like, being more, like, arcadey fighting games, which I feel like, obviously, like, the sports simulator aspect has its place, but I feel like the majority of people that play wrestling games, they just want to beat people up, right? So it's like, I don't know, I feel like letting people play the games as a more arcadey fighting game would, I think that would benefit the general masses more. Like, you could still have, like, the sports simulator aspect, but I don't know, I just feel like it's just, you know, it's like I said, it's fun even as a non-wrestling fan to just load up a wrestling game and then just beat up an opponent for a little while. Doing power bombs to a corpse that died half an hour ago. Hey, yeah, and like at the announce table, they're just like, why isn't he ending the match? It's like, we're under contract. We can't stop the match until he either pins or submits the opponent. He just will not pin them. That'd be a funny loophole. It's like, nope, the match isn't ending because I decided it's not. I will say, I haven't bought any of the DLC for 2K25, but a lot of it I would say is rather questionable. Like, pretty much every DLC character pack has an NBA basketball player in it, and it's like, I don't want to pay for an NBA player, bro. What the fuck? Like Shaquille O'Neal, it's like, I'm gonna pay money to play a Shaquille O'Neal? I don't want to play a Shaquille O'Neal in WWE. They can't tap if they're not conscious. Exactly. You're exactly right. They can be pinned, but that's more up to you. Whenever your bloodlust ends.
Hi, I'm Mori Calliope from Hololive English Myth.
これはね、できないよなかなか。
Darn it. Nice, nice, nice.
エミとミカマさくらみ
可愛すぎる2ですね。
Yeah, I used to be more into wrestling. I used to like watch all the pay-per-views and stuff like that. I haven't actually watched wrestling in a really long time. I kind of miss it, darn it. I do kind of miss it. I feel myself getting more into it. I might have to start watching it again. But it's like you said, it's like I don't know any of like the modern wrestlers, you know? So it's like I would watch and I'd be like, who's this guy? Oh yeah, Roman. Kinda, I guess? He's definitely more popular than he was in the past. I'm still not really a fan. But yeah, he's been doing like his latest thing is that he's like the, what is it, like the High Chief or something of the Bloodline, which I guess the Bloodline is like the amalgamation of like the different Samoan wrestling families, like the one The Rock is from and all that. Or he's the tribal chief, that's what he is. And at least in the release of 2K25, there's like a rivalry. Like there's the Bloodline, which is Roman Reigns and the Usos. And then there's the Rogue Bloodline, I think they're called, which their leader is this dude Solo Sikoa, and I don't remember the other two guys' names. So I guess I guess he's kind of come more into his thing, and it sounds like he is a little more popular among the fans, but it's like I still kind of am not a big fan, admittedly. I don't hate him, I just find him to be kind of boring. Hell, I remember when they had Roman Reigns where they tried to make his catchphrase "Suffering Succotash." They had him saying that. It's like, come on, bro. You're trying to sell me that this guy, like, oh yeah, you don't fuck with Roman Reigns. He's a badass. He'll say "Suffering Succotash" right to your face. I'm a wrestling fan. I can only appreciate the old times. I'm honestly the same way. I'm the same way. Like, there are some newer guys that I like, but yeah, the older stuff I'm much more of a fan of. Like the Attitude Era with like Stone Cold and all that. Yeah, Suffering Succotash. Come on, bro. It's like... And now I'm supposed to be like, yeah, baby, Roman Reigns, the baddest dude around, who used to say Suffering Succotash. It's like, I can't just forget that. Like, it's not his fault. That wasn't his idea. It was whoever's writing the storyline, you know? They're like, oh yeah, Roman, by the way, your thing is going to be saying Suffering Succotash. I don't know. It's like, at the end of the day, I'm glad that he's kind of... He is in, like, a better spot story-wise, but... I don't know, it's like trying to make him like he's like the main guy of WWE in this modern era. I don't know if I accept that. You know, like trying to make him like the current day like Hulk Hogan or John Cena, which I guess to be fair, I was never really into John Cena or a Hulk Hogan either. I think the only like time that they actually had like, you know, their main guy that they were pushing, and I actually liked it, was Stone Cold Steve Austin. Other than that, I would just root for whoever the bad guy's supposed to be. Yeah, Cena's like, I bet you miss me now. Yeah, right? We didn't know how good we had it. Yeah, I mean, like, I kinda came to, like, not hate John Cena. Now it's just, it's kind of just like Roman. It's like, I don't know, I find his matches just be a little bit boring. And especially back when he was like the main guy they were pushing, because it's like, you would watch a John Cena match, you're like, okay, well, John Cena's definitely gonna win. Either he wins, or like the opponent's gonna cheat him somehow, you know what I mean? He's a massive shill. He is a massive shill. Massive. But, yeah, he does pretty alright as an actor. I definitely don't mind seeing him in movies and stuff. And it's especially weird because, that character that he plays, was it Peacemaker, Peacekeeper, something like that? They put that character in Mortal Kombat 1 as a DLC character, so... It's admittedly a little jarring when like you fight against Peacekeeper or whatever his name is, and you do a fatality, and it's like, oh, I just decapitated John Cena. Because it's like his face and everything, you know? They like face scanned him for the game, and it's his voice and all that, so it's just... It feels pretty weird to do a fatality to John Cena.
It's me, your hardworking
I haven't played Mortal Kombat 1 in a long time. I should probably boot it back up soon. Because it's like, there's a lot of decisions that they made with Mortal Kombat 1 that I thought were pretty questionable, but I still enjoyed it as a Mortal Kombat game. I like his silly Sonic Boom voice line fade. Yeah! Sonic Boom! Yeah. Yeah, like, honestly, I didn't think I would like playing as Peacemaker, but I actually kind of do. He's actually kind of a fun character. It's like every Mortal Kombat game needs to have its, like, character that's like a stiff fighter that uses firearms. And it's usually Jax. But in this game, it's Peacemaker. Or like how Mortal Kombat 11 had like RoboCop and Terminator, you know, very stiff fighters that used firearms. That was fun though, honestly. Like, RoboCop was a lot of fun to play as. So was Terminator. And in Mortal Kombat 1, like, they also have, like, Ghostface from the Scream movies, which, that's crazy. And it's funny, because they even kind of, like, play into the whole, like, joke of, like, how the hell is Ghostface from Scream beating up, like, ninjas and sorcerers? He's literally just, like, a high schooler with a knife. You know what I mean? How is he winning these fights? You know, it's fun. They kind of lean into that a little bit, and I think that's kind of funny.
Shinigami, hardworking Shinigami, whole life myth, first generation of Hololive, English.
Oh, and they have the Liquid Terminator too, the T-1000 or whatever. He's pretty fucking cool to play as with his, like, you know, liquid powers and all that. How can anyone hurt the T-1000? It's true, yeah. I mean, like, you could blast him into a million pieces and he'll just put himself back together like Majin Buu. Now that I think about it, now I really want to see a fight between Majin Buu and the T-1000.
Big no like you! You are a sludge man!
And then the T-1000 just kind of like wags his finger at Buu.
Boo would turn you into chocolate, but me think you taste funny! Let's go! 何が不満なのかな見てこれがでもホロライブもお笑い事務所というコメントもあります
Now I want to look at the who would win subreddit again. Honestly, yeah, that would be an interesting fight concept. T-1000 versus Majin Buu. You know, I mean, like, they're both kind of just this, like, weird, unkillable thing that, like, you could blast them into a million pieces and they'll just come back together. You know, you'd really have to fuck them up in order to get them to stop coming back. Just like how it took, like, Goku's, like, super powerful spirit bomb to kill Kid Buu. And I forget exactly how they beat the T-1000. Didn't they, like, freeze him or something? With, like, liquid nitrogen? I wonder if that would have worked on Buu. And that also stands to say that Goku's spirit bomb could probably also kill the T-1000 if it worked on Kid Buu. They froze him with liquid nitrogen, but he thawed. Oh, so he did thaw, so that wasn't really like what killed him, huh? Interesting. Man, I gotta watch Terminator 2 again. It's been forever. Maybe I'll do that as a watch-along soon in my Discord. But it was glitching from the freeze. Okay, so it didn't kill him, but it kind of fucked him up, huh? Hey, well, fair enough. If you can't beat him, at least fuck him up. That's the old saying that they say. If you can't beat him, fuck him up. At the lava factory, yeah. Yeah, we manufacture lava, magma, you know, basically any of your molten needs. Giant vats of lava. Yeah, I love that. I love that. It's like, okay, so what does like a steel foundry look like? You know, like where they make like steel beams and stuff. Oh, it's just it looks like the inside of a volcano with some like metal walkways. Imagine working there. Imagine how many workplace incidents they've had. I'll tell you one thing though. Like movies like Alien vs. Predator, Freddy vs. Jason. I think they need to do like a horror movie villain free-for-all movie. Like, let's get Alien, Predator, Jason, Freddy, Leatherface, Ghostface, fucking Chucky, you know what I mean? Just get all of them, fuck it. Massive free-for-all. Whoever wins, we also win because it's gonna be fucking awesome. It could be the most low-budget, bad acting movie in the world. I would not care. Wow, we are sure using a lot of power to sustain the heat in this swimming pool of molten metal that we just keep here for no reason. We're not really doing anything with it. We just kind of like the vibe that it gives off. Yeah, I do love that. The lava factory. It's like, yeah, that's what it looks like in a metalworks place. We just have like giant vats of lava that we just kind of keep around for no real reason. The T-1000 got killed in another Terminator movie with acid. Oh, okay. So did they not kill him in the Terminator 2? They just kind of incapacitated him? Was it like Terminator 3 or something that they killed the T-1000? With like the female Terminator? Some giant room where they keep big drums of acid suspended above. That's so fucking funny. It's like, okay, the lava factory didn't work. This time, let's fight them at the acid factory. That's just so funny because it's like, with the lava factory thing, at least you could say, okay, it's just a very fantasized, goddammit, it's just a very fantasized, like, metal foundry, you know? But with the acid, it's like, what the fuck are they using that for? Yeah, we just create acid here. We don't really do nothing with it. We just, you know, we just keep pouring it into this vat, and then once the vat fills up, we just grab a new vat. That's so fucking funny. That's just funny, because it's like, you could tell that they were like, okay, we're gonna have him killed by acid, but how are we gonna have a situation in which the T-1000 is around, like, a lot of acid? Oh, well, easy. We're just gonna have an acid factory. For the Khaleesi actor to shoot, so it falls on it. Oh, so it's a different T-1000. Okay, fair enough. So they like shot the acid vat, and that made the acid like leak onto the T-1000. Because I've only seen Terminator 2. I don't even think I've seen the first one. I only count the first two as canon. Honestly, that's valid, yeah. That's valid. Yeah, like, I've heard the third one, like, isn't bad, but it's, like, not as good as the first two, and then any that come after that is just kind of like, eh. Fanfic. First one is as good as the second IMO, but the effects are dated. Yeah, I've heard similar accounts. Like, I hear the first one has, like, a slightly different tone than the second one. but that they're both pretty good movies. Like, I've probably seen bits and pieces of the first one, but the second one's the only one I've actually, like, sat and watched through. But even then, that was, like, years ago. I think I was still a kid when I watched it. I really like the Terminator theme, the dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. 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 Oh, and to call back to a previous conversation, WWE 2K16 actually had the Terminator as a pre-order bonus. And you could choose between Terminator 1 Terminator or Terminator 2 Terminator. Like obviously like the Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminator. Like you could pick which outfit. That was cool, man. And he would walk out to the Terminator 2 theme. Okay, yeah, right. Yeah, first one's more of a horror movie, whereas the second's more action. That makes sense, Which, honestly, I think both work, because... I mean, like, obviously, you know, like a world where there's a bunch of hostile, like, androids... You know, like, obviously that's a good recipe for action, but it's also a pretty scary concept as well, so... You can kind of make horror and action work in that regard, you know what I mean? Which is pretty cool. Terminator's a really cool IP, in my opinion. Kind of it's like that kind of like movie franchise where it's like you can't like if you're talking about like influential movies and franchises and stuff, it's like you can't leave out Terminator, man. Arnold feels more like a spooky monster in the first. Makes sense. Spooky. That's so funny. In the second, he's an autistic best BFF. That's so fucking funny. I mean, if you think about it, Terminator 2 Arnold is kind of like Goku in a way. Where it's like he was meant to be this, like, evil, world-crushing person, but then, due to reasons, TM, he's now actually helping. So basically, Terminator 2 Terminator is basically Goku. I said it. Master Roshi, you need to train me in the art of turtle school. I like the idea of Terminator 2 Terminator being like this just like autistic himbo. That's a funny mental image. Yeah, Terminator's cool, man. I like Terminator a lot. Maybe I'll do a Terminator double feature in my Discord sometime. The first and second movie. Oh, it's nearly 4 a.m. Yeah, fair enough. Don't let me keep you up, man. We'll probably just go for another half hour anyway. You know, just kind of a short stream here today. I appreciate you hanging out and chatting, though. I always do. You know, and like I said, I'll probably do Hollow Knight this week. So, yeah, keep an eye out for that. You'll appreciate 2 more after watching 1. Yeah, I'm sure I will. You know, because then you get that whole aspect of like, oh, the Arnold was bad before, now he's good guy. Even though obviously it's not like the exact same Terminator model, you know what I mean? It's just like another one that has the Arnold face and all that. You know, so it's technically not the same guy, but it's like, you know, it's the same face and all that. But yeah, good night, Master. Have a good night. Catch you around. You know, I appreciate you being here as always. And yeah, see you around, man. Have yourself a good night. Nah, I'm not gonna lie. I honestly feel like I could go back to bed and sleep right now. Haven't been sleeping super well lately. Yep, take care, brother.
ライブイングリッシュアドベントのかぐやす宝石鉱石ビズだよ。よし、
ビブ
ライブイングリッシュアドベントのかぐやす宝石鉱石ビズだよ。
Koseki Bibu Dayo.
よし。
Even she says Bibu. Oh, I should have come. Ah, darn. That's okay. Oh. Let's go.
Hardworking Shinigami, whole life met first generation.
Shinigami, hardworking Shinigami.
Nice to meet you.
I'm glad Callie, or, well, see, I used to call Calliope Mori Callie, but now when I say Callie, I you know, it's like, I confuse myself because, you know, Kalibi is also Callie, so that's why I try and specifically say Calliope Mori. But I was gonna say, I'm glad Calliope Mori at least I'm glad she's willing to give herself that credit that she's a hard worker, because holy fuck is she. She works so hard that it's like I said, when I hear that she's like, okay, I'm gonna take like a couple of days off, it's like on one hand, it's like I'll miss her streams, but it's like, you know what? She really needs it. Like I said, man, I wish I had even like 1/8 of her like energy and work ethic and all that. I feel like I'd be able to conquer the world.
この面が何喋るか聞きたいのにさ、マリンちゃんが喋るからうるせえじゃない。もうエロガキばっかりなんだから本当にしょうがないな。マリンはね、冬でも水着を着る女だから。
Oh, I knew that way. Okay. Man, there's times where it's like you're getting so many combinations, but it starts making the physics get all crazy. Alright, well, like I said, I forget who it is I'm trying to unlock, but I saw that it was... The stipulation is that you have to set Watame as the biggest piece, and then create it twice. I haven't done it a single time. But that's okay. Honestly, this game is nice just because it's something I can play, but it doesn't really require like too much like mental thought, so I can kind of just, you know, I can just kind of like, it makes it easier for me to like chat and like talk. You know, whereas a game like Night Rain, it's like I'm so like second for second like processing that it's like it can be a little challenging to, you know, chat as much when I'm playing a game like Night Rain. I smell some food or something. Someone's cooking some food and it's making me hungry. I can't really tell what it is just by the smell alone, but it smells good. Someone's making food and I want it. Yeah, well, once we end this stream, I'm gonna go and grab some food like you would not believe. People will be like, there he goes, the world's hungriest man.
お一味もね、やる気に満ちてますと、はい、いろんな女に手を出しては振られています。
お、いいね、カリオペも元気。
なんか美女パーリでマリン船長知りましたみたいな。
バンバンバンバンバンブラン。
やっぱね。Do you understand?
Do you understand?
よろしくお願いします。最高、めちゃめちゃ可愛い。
ね。
どうしたらいいの？船長は。やばい、やばい、マリンの。どうも。ダメです。時がと言わない方がいいから。君最高だよ。天才いるね。せーの。にゃんにゃんにゃんにゃんにゃん。
にゃんにゃんにゃんにゃん。
こんにちは。こんにちは。やばい、 と思う。やばい、マリンの突起がとか言わない方がいいから。
Nice.
何が不満なのかな。
Nice.
だよ君たち。
Shinigami, hardworking Shinigami, whole life meant first generation of whole life English. Nice to reap you.
この女上司宝珠マリー。任せなさい。よろしくお願いします。頑張れ頑張れ。
Shinigami, hardworking Shinigami, whole life meant first generation of whole life English. Nice to reap you.
みんなで気持ちいいよ。
You know, it's funny because
Shinigami, whole life meant first generation of whole life English.
playing WWE 2K25, it's had me it's got me back into wrestling a little bit, and it, you know, one of the funniest things ever that I can think of that's happened in like wrestling is it was when Stone Cold Steve Austin, like, it wasn't the injury that I think is funny, to be clear, but it was like, I think what had happened was, it was when Stone Cold went against Owen Hart, and Owen Hart gave him a really sloppy sit-out pile driver, which actually broke Steve Austin's neck. And it actually temporarily paralyzed him from the neck down, which that's scary as fuck. But he wound up, obviously, like, regaining control of his body, and he's alright now. But... well, the WWE, like, they have a way of, like, if a wrestler is out on injury, they usually try and create a storyline around it, you know, to make it a more, like, interesting reason that they're not around. And, you know, so, like, when Stone Cold got injured, they turned it into a story about how, like, you know, the powers that be are keeping him from wrestling and all that. And I remember the thing that was funny is they did a segment where they had, like, a cameraman and an interviewer, like, go to Stone Cold's house to interview him, and he was, like, all pissed off because, you know, he was in character, and he was showing, like, the letters that, like, Vince McMahon and all them had written to him, and he's like, look at these letters here, hope you get well soon, Vince. But the thing that was funny was Stone Cold is so fucking good at just playing this, like, endlessly hostile guy, you know what I mean? And, like, they were on the porch, the back porch of his house, and Stone Cold was like, hey, come over here, let me show you something over here. And he was bringing the cameraman over to, like, a little, like, shooting area he had set up, and he had, like, Vince McMahon and, like, some of the other higher-ups at WWE. He had, like, their picture of their face, like, pasted on, like, a target, and he was, like, shooting them with, like, a compound bow. And when they were going over there and they were stepping off the porch, Stone Cold turns to the cameraman, he says, you watch that last step off the porch, it's a doozy, and if you fall, I will beat the shit out of you. It's like, damn, it would offend you that bad if I tripped off your porch, you turn around and beat the shit out of me just for falling off your porch. So it's like, imagine being that cameraman, and you stumble and kind of fall, and Stone Cold just looks over his shoulder like, you motherfucker, what did I just tell you? To me, that's one of the funniest things that he's ever done. Just that sentence alone. You watch that last step, it's a doozy, and if you fall, I will beat the shit out of you. Like, damn, okay, I'm sorry for tripping, bro. Oh, man. Oh. Like, I remember the first time I saw that, and it made me laugh so much. Just the idea of, imagine getting your ass whooped because you tripped off a Stone Cold's porch because that last step is a doozy. Oh my god, man. Stone Cold was so fucking funny. And it's like moments like that, it's like I don't even know if he's trying to be funny, but he really is. Yoroshiku.
全然ノーダメかな普通に。
Come on, man, I still smell that food someone's cooking. I don't know who's cooking that food, but it smells pretty darn good.
It's me, your hardworking
It got me sitting here just like daydreaming about food. I might be more hungry than I realize. Hey, what's up, Atomic? Good to see you, bro. Not too much. We're just playing a little bit of Hololive game. Just, you know, a quick morning stream. Probably another 20 or so minutes. Yeah, we're just, you know, having a nice comfy morning here. Nice Sunday morning. Just like the Gwen Stefani song. On Sunday morning. Been a while since I can catch you. I'm glad you finally can. It's good to have you. It always is. I hope you're doing well. What's up with you? I love that one. Pachama.
いろいろありましたが、みんな仲良くやっていこう。どうもありがとうございます。
You're alright, all things considered? Well, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that.
お付き合いさせてもらうんで、これからよろしくお願いします。
Yeah, I know things can be a little hectic sometimes, but it's good to be able to just, you know, be able to chill out in the moment. Because things have a way of working out in the end, I'd say.
頑張って。
Oh, that Korone almost went. Oh, that Korone really wants to go. Oh, now that Ina. Ina, please. Ina, don't do this to me, Ina. My voice cracked. My voice cracked on live stream, Ina, please. There we go. That's a little better.
Shinigami, hardworking Shinigami, Hololive Myth, first generation of Hololive English. Nice to meet you.
これ本当に今罪悪感に満ちてるんだけど、無限に喋るやん。
Shinigami, hardworking
Hello? Damn it!
generation of Hololive English. Nice to
The
meet
physics did not react the way I thought that they would. Man, I will never come close to beating that score. I really do not think I will. Yeah, Ina really does want to escape containment. That's right. The taco says, "Let me out."
どうも。
Domo. You know, it's like I said before, I'm really glad that, like, their hair and all that doesn't, like, play into the physics or the collision, you know? It would be a lot harder to stack them if their hair and all that actually, like, had collision. Or, like, Calliope's veil. That would make things pretty hard. Gura would still pretty much be the same. I mean, she's pretty round with her hood. VTuber escape containment, send in the capture team, that's right. The SCP VTuber branch. I mean, if you think about it, man, there's a lot of VTubers out there that, like, their lore and their powers that they've got could be pretty scary if they wanted to be. I mean, Calliope Mori is literally like a Grim Reaper, you know what I mean? She is death herself. You know, if Calliope Mori wanted to cause some havoc, she sure as hell could. And I mean, Ina is like an eldritch horror. So I mean, hey, honestly, that'd be kind of fun, like, funny, like, SCP, except it's all VTubers. Instead of, like, you know, actual, like, SCP creatures. Darn it. And then we have dirt. He eats dirt, exactly. Oh, hey, good. gonna be pretty rough when all the dirt in the world is gone. Be walking on limestone and stuff like that.
いや、どうしよう、ちょっと待って。好きなアイドル最高。好きな
Yeah, I have a little bit of lore thought up. You know, over the years I've come up with stuff here and there, but yeah, I'm certainly not any kind of like eldritch beast or anything like that.
I'm Mori Calliope from Whole Alive English Myth.
I was gonna say, did I just hear a snapping? I figured it was it was a sound effect. But yeah, that was definitely a snap.
はい。いろんな女の子に皆さんが振られて、よし、頑張った頑張った。いいのいいの見せたいな。見せたい住宅。今
Bam.
は陸で暮らす。
Get in there. Nya, nya, nya.
I'm Mori Calliope from Whole Alive English Myth.
なんだっけそんで
You can do it again. Hey, by all means, they're your bits. Crunch.
ハローライブイングリッシュアドベントの活躍ボイス鉱石こちらさ全然じゃない
It's funny to hear that when I'm playing a game like this, because it's like, oh no, they're skulls.
山頂も大好きですよ
Macho, macho.
ワクワクドキドキのねシーンもあるんじゃないでしょうか
Damn it, Ina's.
なんだっけそんで
Hell yeah. Ganbare, ganbare.
これ大丈夫かなこれ
Ganbate. 皆さん。
ライブのね闇の一面ということで嬉しいよねみんなね嬉しいよね僕らみこです
Cool.
心臓に悪いねこれ
Yeah, no, once Kalibi comes back to streaming, because she's been on a bit of a hiatus, once we come back, we're gonna do a Schedule 1 together. That'll be fun. I still haven't played it, so she'll have to big sister me through it.
ほんと緊張しちゃうなみこちゃん僕らみこですこういうのだよ君ライブ家のねおしっこ漏れちゃうからねもう母性の数赤いハートよ
Oh.
脱げるぞアドベントの
Hello Live English. Hello Vento.
脱ぎますねこれ以上何を脱ぐんだみたいな状態
There.
です
I don't know where we're gonna put this Hachima. Maybe up here? Maybe right here? Not exactly where I wanted it, but... Fair enough.
Hi, I'm Mori Calliope from Whole Alive English Myth.
I think there's a Korone in there.
うちら青春マジずっともだよねみたいな顔じゃんこれ
Ah. Oh boy. Boy howdy.
したんだよね頑張って
Ooh. No. Oh my god. Holy cow. It's fucked up how fast everything can come falling down in this fucking game.
まあちょっとねあ、わかったわかった
Like you really wouldn't expect this game to be high tense, but it really can be. Also, Marine in the corner there, I see what you're a fan of and I approve. Hell yeah. Hey, I do like Marine. I think she's a lot of fun.
誰にでも好き好き言ってるのは本当にそうなんだけどでも本当に好きなのみんな
I like her voice. I think she's got a nice voice.
Nina-san, it's me, your hardworking Shinigami.
これが BL の受ける気持ち
And she's funny too.
谷間になってますマリンのせいですかこれ
Uh-oh.
赤いハートよはいレジはい近くでねマリンの
Oh, there goes Matsuri. I'm God, okay? Yeah, we'll do maybe another 1 or 2 games. We'll close off for the day.
佐藤
Like I said, I would have streamed later, but I just knew... I just know that I'm gonna be, like, falling asleep at, like, 7 o'clock tonight because I'm a freaking boomer. So I figured, why not just do a morning stream?
あでもホロライブもお笑い事務所
Like I said, though, I do have some plans for this week, streaming-wise, and I do want to do longer streams, so sometime this week, maybe I'll start kind of like in like the late afternoon and go until, I don't know, like maybe like 5 p.m. my time till like maybe 11 my time. I don't know, we'll see. Hey, what's up, Rui? Welcome back. We're doing another round or two before we close off. What'd you miss? Nothing really. We talked about Terminator and wrestling and some other stuffs like that. Nothing really in the game. You didn't really miss anything in that regard. Just more of me not even coming close to my high score. How was your train ride? Thankfully not super cramped, that's good. I've been on public transportation when it's super cramped and it really sucks. Thank you. I'm Gura, I'm baby. The only wrestling I've been watching is Ori's wrestling events. Fair enough. Yeah, I've been meaning to get back into it. Watching wrestling. I've been playing a lot of WWE 2K25 in my spare time.
Hi, I'm
You know, it would be fun to do like a Royal Rumble match with like 30 like create custom wrestlers that are like, you know, meant to represent like VTubers, you know? Especially now because in 2K25 they allow like intergender matches, you know, so like men and women can compete in the same match. So that would open the doors even more. It's just that would take a long time to make 30 custom wrestlers and all that. Would be pretty fun to do though. Kinda fell off real wrestling since the WrestleMania with Triple H and Undertaker. That was 15 years ago? Yeah, I think that was 15 years ago. Damn. Yeah, it's been a while for me too. I forget exactly when I stopped watching. But yeah, I just kind of lost interest. I kind of got back into it around 2016, but then kind of lost interest. I've always been curious about trying out the other ones like TNA and AEW, but I don't know. Having to get to know a whole new roster and all that. Japanese pro wrestling? Oh yeah, I've always heard really good things about Japanese pro wrestling, man. They do some crazy shit, bro. I think it's cool that wrestling is popular in Japan, but it makes sense. I mean, if you think about it, wrestling is really just... I mean, pro wrestling is really just like a live-action shonen anime, if you think about it.
Shinigami, hardworking Shinigami, whole life myth, first generation of whole life English. Nice to meet you.
I remember when I found out wrestling wasn't real as a little kid, because some of my cousins watched it and I would watch it with them, and I thought it was all real, man. I can't remember what the exact event was. I think it was... I have this specific memory of when I was little watching wrestling and I thought it was real, and it was like... I'm pretty sure it was Kane. And I can't remember if he lost or won. Wow! But... I could remember, like... some other wrestlers, like, they picked up this woman... and they like carried her away while she was like, Kane, help me, or something like that. And I remember thinking like, oh my god, they're abducting a woman on live TV? That's crazy. I'll have to see if I can find that exact event, because that'd be crazy to see again. Like, actually see it, instead of just, like, vaguely remember it in my fleeting memory. And when you add the kayfabe to it, they are not much different from idols. It's true, honestly, yeah. That's kind of funny. Like, you could draw a lot of parallels between, like, wrestling and idol culture, as well as, like, VTuber culture. You know what I mean? Because VTubers kind of have the whole kayfabe thing, too. So, yeah, it is honestly very similar. I mean, pro wrestling is kind of like the West's version of idol culture. Because, I mean, sure, the West also has celebrity worship, but blah. I don't give a shit about celebrities. Konnichiwa.
Shinigami, hardworking Shinigami, Hololive Myth, first generation of Hololive English. Nice to reap you.
Nice to reap you.
エッチすぎる。こんにちは。
Oh no! Hachima! Boku Boku. Alright, yeah, I think we'll maybe do one more, then I think we'll close off there for the night. Or rule for the day. I'm so used to saying at for the night. Yeah, I just wanted to do, because I haven't really streamed in the last few days, and I kind of felt bad about that, so I just wanted to get a short one in here. And like I said, this week I'm going to try and experiment with some different games. I'm going to try and experiment with streaming longer. Who knows? I might even start doing schedules on Twitter. Wouldn't that be crazy? Calliope mo Genki. In fact, honestly, if I start doing schedules, I could even put like a widget, like on my Steam, or not my Steam page, my Twitch page. Madness, even, honestly. Even better wrestling, Mexican wrestling. Oh, dude, yeah, Mexican wrestling's cool. Luchadors and masked. I always really liked masked wrestlers, man. Ever since I was little, I thought that shit was so cool. It really is just this worldwide phenomenon, yeah, and I'm glad that it is. Which, honestly, that's another parallel you can draw with shonen anime, because shonen anime is pretty popular worldwide as well. I mean, just look at Dragon Ball. I don't think there's a single place in this earth you can go to where you won't find Dragon Ball fans. That's pretty crazy. Rey Mysterio. I was just thinking about Rey Mysterio when we said that, yeah. Because I remember, dude, playing, like, what was it? It was, like, WCW versus NWO Revenge or whatever on N64. Oh my god, I played that so much as a kid, and I really like playing as Rey Mysterio. Which is fun, because it's like, back then, it's like, I didn't know anything about these wrestlers or anything, but it's like... But it's just like, yeah, this dude's wearing a mask, that's awesome. It was the same way for me with wrestlers that wear face paint, like Sting. So yeah, Rey Mysterio and Sting were probably the ones I played as the most back then. Been trying to stream at least 3 hours instead of 2. Yeah, I'm trying to get back there too, because for the longest time, 3 hours was my minimum. But then I'm like, you know what? I need to take a break. I'm getting burnt out. I'm gonna drop that to 2 hours. And while that is nice, I feel like I need to do longer streams. I think that would just be better for me overall. Because I've been kind of like in a weird, like, I don't know if burnout's the right way to describe it, but I've been feeling kind of like off with streaming, I guess. And it's just, I think I need to like just grab it by the horns and just really lean into it more. But not so much that I, you know, burn myself out. I think it would be for the best if I just kind of... If I try and lean more into it, but a healthy amount. You know, enough to where it's like I can get back into it without, like, you know, exhausting myself. The greatest, yeah, Mucha Lucha, dude. I watched that back in the day. That was fun. That was a really fun show, man. Oh, like Ricochet was the name of the main character, right? Which is interesting because there actually wound up being a real life wrestler named Ricochet. Yeah, streamer limbo. That is a really good way to put it, where it's like, I still love streaming, you know, so it's not like I'm considering quitting or anything like that. But I'm at a weird place where it's like, I love it and I still want to do it, but it's like, finding motivation has been hard, you know, and I keep finding myself in this, like, well, in this limbo of, you know, it's like, there's all these games I want to stream, and it makes me excited to think about, but then when it comes time to actually pick what I want to stream, it's like, I'll just do Night Rain again, or I'll just do SSX Tricky again, because, you know, that's what's safe. But it's like, I want to do more. You know, which I definitely, oh, damn it. We're gonna do one more. But, you know, like, Monster gifting me Hollow Knight was pretty cool. I'll definitely stream that soon. And like I said, I want to finish that Banjo-Kazooie playthrough I've been doing. Well, that I was doing like a year ago. Don't be safe, be you. That is a very good way to put it. That is a very good way to put it. Because that's what I used to do, man. It's like I didn't really even think too much about what I wanted to stream in the past. It's just, I'm in the mood to play this, so I'm going to stream it, you know? So yeah, I'm definitely trying to, like, break myself back into it, you know? I guess it's like after doing it for, well, like I said, a month from now is my 4-year streaming anniversary, so it's like, you know, after so long, I guess you kind of get into a routine, but then the routine starts to get old, and then the routine getting old makes the whole activity feel kind of old, you know what I mean? That's the thing, it's like, it's not that streaming is getting old, it's just doing what I've been doing is getting old, and therefore I need to shake things up a bit. You know, like I said, I'm not gonna quit or anything like that. I honestly, I'll be honest, I don't think I would ever full-on quit. Like, I could see myself taking a hiatus at some point, but I don't think I would ever full-on quit. I enjoy it too much to full-on quit. Yeah, you get me? I'm glad you guys understand. You know, it's just, it's that kind of thing where I'm just kind of get, like, I wanna not be in a routine, I wanna be in a rhythm, if that makes sense. Because a routine gets boring, whereas getting in the right rhythm, you know what I mean, that's more flexible, that's, you know, it's hard to explain. But I think you guys know what I'm trying to say. You know, I don't want streaming to just be like, yeah, I do it because it's a thing that I do. I want to do it because it's like, not that I'm not excited to stream, but it's like, I want it to be just like, yeah, I stream because I'm excited to do it, and I want to, you know, I'm excited to stream this specific game, and blah, blah, blah. Like I said, I do have a lot of ideas. Like, I also, because I own the Halo Master Chief Collection, or whatever it's called, on Steam. You know, and that's like, what, like 6 games, campaigns that I could play through, and I figure I want to stream through all of those. Especially because I didn't really play much Halo as a kid, I was more into Call of Duty. So I've only ever really played the Halo 2 campaign, and I didn't finish it. In fact, what happened was, I was playing through Halo 2's campaign, and then something happened. I fell into a pit that's supposed to be death, but there's like a little bit of an edge where it's like you could land on it and be safe, but it's like you can't get out of the pit. But the game also dropped a checkpoint for me while I was in the pit there. So it's like, I would have had to redo the whole level, and I was like 13 at the time, and I'm like, I don't have the attention span to redo that whole level, so I just never went back to it. You only played the multiplayer? That's fair enough. Like, I played a little bit of it, you know, like my friend would have Halo 2 and Xbox Live, and he would, you know, I would just join as, you know, his guest. And that was a lot of fun. I really want to play, in because I've played Battlefield 1, not the first Battlefield, but the one that's named Battlefield 1. And I own Battlefield 5 and Battlefield 2042 or whatever it's called, but I've never played those two. I think I ought to, especially with Battlefield 6 coming out. You know what I want to play again? Ratchet and Clank. Yeah, that's the one I've never played either. I've never played that. But I feel like I would enjoy it if I did. It looks like... It's one of those games where it's like, I look at it, I'm like, yeah, that's a game I would definitely enjoy, but I've just never gotten around to playing it. I have this super long list of, like, games that I would love to eventually play. I just never get around to it because I keep falling into, like... I'll get obsessed with one game, and then just, that's the only game I play for a while. I keep thinking, I need to, like, have, like... I need to set aside, like, one day a week that's devoted to just playing a game that it's like I've been putting off playing, you know what I mean? I feel like that would be good. Honestly, that'd be good to do for streaming as well. Yeah, I don't know, maybe I'll give doing, like, stream schedules a try. You know, that way people could be more, like, informed on what I'm gonna do. So if there's, like, a specific game they want to see me play, then they'll know when they can catch that, you know? Battlefield 1 on PC, if you need a meat shield, I could join in. That's good to know, that's good to know. That's good to know. Yeah, I'll definitely keep that in mind. I do enjoy the Battlefield games, even if I'm not that good at them. You just have to be in, like, that right mood, you know what I mean? It's like, you have to be in that mood where it's like, okay, I'm gonna be killed 100 million times. I'm just in this for the ride, you know what I mean? It really is different. It really, really, really is. And it's like, I'm glad that I have, like, the PC to play them on, because I have definitely come to prefer using mouse and keyboard. But I do miss playing games on controller and on console and all that. There's a lot that I do still play with the controller, though, so I haven't completely switched. Like, there's some games that I can't play on mouse and keyboard. Like, I tried playing GTA 5 on mouse and keyboard. I can't do it. And I got to the point where I was trying to fly a helicopter on mouse and keyboard. Holy shit, that is the most complicated thing in the world. I couldn't do it. In fact, that was the thing that made me switch back to controller. Flying helicopters with the mouse and keyboard. You gotta, like, use, like, the numpad and all this other... It's insane. Just gross. It really is just gross. It does not feel right. It does not feel right. It makes me feel like I'm, like... It almost feels like bootleg or something, you know what I mean? Ah, your mouse picks it up. Yeah, I've been told that people can hear when I hit the spacebar, which you guys have probably heard it during the stream. Right there. Yeah, my spacebar is a little clanky, just because, well, it's probably the button I hit on the keyboard the most. And, I've had this keyboard for like 4 or 5 years at this point, so I could probably stand to get a new one. Just to control. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. Completely understandable. Whatever you're more comfortable with. I don't typically mind it though. Like if I can hear someone's keyboard, like if I'm playing a game with them and we're talking over the mic, it doesn't. You know, it doesn't really bother me. It's the kind of sound that I can tune out after a while. You know, especially if it's a game like Battlefield where there's so much else going on all at once. I'm wondering what game controller I should get next. My current one is a Logitech wired controller. I've been using an Xbox Series whatever controller. It's a pretty cool one too. It's got this like really dark purple color. I forget what they call it, but that's the one I've been using, and I find it to be pretty comfortable. I've also got a, it's not made by Nintendo, but it's a USB N64 controller. You know, so when I'm playing N64 games, I get to get that authentic N64 controller feel. But yeah, those are my two controllers. I use the Xbox One for everything except N64 games, which I swapped to the N64 controller. And honestly, if I can get my hands on, like, other, like, knockoff console controllers for the older systems, I would use those too, like PlayStation 1 or Super Nintendo or whatever. I would definitely use a, you know, like a knockoff controller for one of those if it was USB. But I know some people more prefer the PlayStation controller layout where, like, both the sticks are on the bottom, as opposed to Xbox where, you know, the stick is where the D-pad is on the PlayStation. I'm kind of fine with both, honestly. I mean, I've always played PlayStation and Xbox games relatively to the same degree my whole life, so switching between the two isn't very hard for me. It's just more, you know, whatever I have on hand at the time, I guess. Hololive English, Adovento. I will die on the hill that PlayStation is the best controller for general use. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. I can understand why. I mean, having the joysticks and the face buttons and the D-pad, like, having those things kind of aligned, you know what I mean? So that, like, if you have both your thumbs on the both joysticks, they're kind of parallel to each other. I can understand why that would be better for some people. Like, it really is just a preference thing at the end of the day, but I could understand both sides. I'll tell you one thing I really can't get used to is Nintendo Switch on a Pro controller. Because those face buttons confuse the fuck out of me, bro. Because it's like, it has similar face buttons to Xbox with, like, the letters, but it's like, A is where B should be, Y is where X should be, you know? It throws me off, man. I don't think I'll ever get used to that. Xbox mostly built for shooters. That makes a lot of sense, actually, yeah, when you put it that way. That does make a lot of sense to me. It is weird. It's so hard to get used to. I can't do it. Like, the game will be like, press Y, and I'm pressing X. Or it'll be like, press A, and I hit B. It's like, I understand that they didn't want to, like, make an exact copy of the Xbox controller, but it's like, hey, man, sometimes, like, common conventions, you know what I mean? Like, having buttons set up a certain way on a lot of controllers, like, sometimes that stuff becomes common just because it's, well, a good way to have it. You know what I mean? And messing with that just kind of makes it a little more difficult to get the hang of. Oh, no. Mori, don't you do it. Oh, no. If I combine these Inas, there's definitely sun's going off. Or not. Oh, but I'm afraid. I don't want to bump him in the water. Love it, love it, love it. Little girl, go! Oh, there goes Kyla. Damn it. We didn't even get to the biggest piece even once, but that's okay. You know what? Let's do one more. This one will be the real last one. And then I'm gonna go get some lunch, because I am getting pretty hungry. Like I said, I always really love that. Gura's ambient noises where she just starts doing baby talk. I love Gura, man. She's great. Yeah, half an hour later, I've been known to fall into the whole one more game rabbit hole. Been there, man. But this will be the last one for real. I don't want to get too hungry, otherwise the headache I had earlier is going to come back. Gura truly is great. She really fucking is, man. She really is. And you know what? If you like Gura, you might like this other VTuber named Saba. You'll hold me up to that? What, to this being the last one? Fair enough, fair enough. Lord knows I could use it. Oh yeah, absolutely. I love Saba, man. Honestly, I've been really happy for her because now that she's an indie, you know, it feels like... Honestly, it feels just like obviously, like, her coming back as an indie, like, she's gonna stream a lot. But I feel like she's just feels better about it in general, being more free, you know, without, like, the corporate expectations. And, oh yeah, exactly. She's lovely, she's fun to watch, and she could do her own thing now. She could do whatever the hell she wants to do. She could finally stream Barbie horse adventures. I remember someone asked Gura that, like, if you could stream any game and not have to worry about permissions, what would it be? And she's like, Barbie horse adventure. She does sound healthier, yeah. She sounds like... Because going back to, like, you know, Gura's whole, like, baby talk thing when she was, like, head empty, like, she didn't really know what to say, so she'd just be like... Like, she doesn't really do that as much. So I feel like she doesn't really have the same level of, like, brain fog that she used to have. Which, I can understand why she had that, because, I mean... Just... My god, dude, it's like, you hear about, like, Calliope Mori talking about all the shit that she has going on. It's like, how do you, like, live? You know what I mean? Like, being that busy is crazy. So, honestly, yeah, I mean, like, Gura was amazing, but I think she's happier where she is now, and I think that's better for everybody. You know, it's better for her, obviously, it's better for us as the viewer, because, well, she's happier, and therefore she's gonna stream more often if she's enjoying it more. You know, so it's just, it's a good situation all around. Hey, Taiga, what's up? What's up? Good to have you here. We're currently doing our last round. And then I'm gonna have to get some lunch. But it's good to have you here, Taiga. How are you doing today? I hope all is well for you. Hope you're having a nice evening. Calliope mo genki. Okay, you know what? There. Nice. Bam. Bam. Bam! Let's go. Uh-oh. Nothing much, was just at my nan's enjoying some pup and cat cuddles. Awesome. Hey, that's a good way to spend an evening any day of the week. I'm glad you had a nice time. Sounds like a really, really chill, comfortable time. Shout out to the nans. Ooh. Okay, we're making good waves here. Well, waves figuratively speaking. I don't want to make any literal waves by dropping them in the water. No, you're a hentai. Third is the most say-so VTuber. I mean, honestly, I would consider myself pretty say-so. I'm not very lewd.
It's me, your hardworking Shinigami.
Agreed, and it was much needed as my body yesterday was so tired. It was sore and non-functioning. Oh gosh. Well, hey, then definitely good you were able to recharge a bit, huh? And hey, what better way to do it than chill out with some cats and dogs? Limb-wise, yeah, I hear ya, I hear ya. I've been there, man, where it's just you've had such a tiring day that it's just like your body is just like, we're done. We're done here. We're closing up shop.
First generation of hololive English. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I've been there, man.
最高にだよー。うわ、その可愛い子は当然船長は愛されててみんな船長と一緒に寝たいかと思ってた。
Yeah.
さすがに気合い入れるかと思って。
Yeah, I hope that you're feeling a bit recharged now. Ready to tackle what life throws at you. Always important to take some time to kind of recharge your soul and your spirit a bit, you know what I mean? That's always important to do. I mean, we're not machines, we can't just keep going forever. We gotta let ourselves rest here and there. Get in there. Pretty much, I keep getting to that point really easily lately. That's understandable. That's understandable. Sounds like you've been working hard. Hey, as long as you're taking time to recharge and rest a bit, you know, that's what's most important. Especially if you're working hard, then you definitely deserve it. Oh, hey, good work. You know what stuff lately? Keep up the good work, but also keep up the recharging and all that. I don't think we have another Gura workplace. It's right here. No, Miko! Damn it. Oh, she gets stabbed right in the face. Darn it. Yeah, I know. Well, I did say I was gonna end there, and you were gonna hold me to it. I do need to go eat lunch, or else I'm gonna get a big old headache. I have some leftover chicken wings I could eat downstairs. Time for me to eat. Darn tootin'. Thank you guys for holding me responsible for my well-being. I appreciate that. Lord knows that being a streamer gives you a -1 debuff to self-care, so... Well, hey, you all be sure to go, take care and rest up and eat and hydrate and all that, you know. Hey, I'm not gonna be the only one taking care of myself here, darn it. I'm gonna hold you all to it, too. Go install Payday? Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, enjoy that. Payday looks like a pretty fun... I did play Payday a little bit. I think it was Payday 2. Yeah, good. Install it up, have a good time. I lifted a bike that holds a wheelchair. Whilst the wheelchair was on there, the ram spring broke to the... Oh my god, wow. The Taiga strength coming through. Well, then definitely get yourself some rest working that hard, damn. Have a good day, Dirt. Have a lovely day, Dirt. Eat, motherfucker! Thank you, guys. Thank you. I really do appreciate you all. You're all lovely people, and I feel truly blessed and lucky to have such lovely based individuals willing to, you know, support me, watch me, hang out with me. You know, you're all awesome, and I hope you know it. So yeah, thank you for hanging out, even if you just pop in for a minute. And I'll go get myself some lunch, and like I said, I do have plans this week for stream. I do want to stream longer. I want to finish that Banjo-Kazooie playthrough I've been doing that I haven't done in a while. And since Monster gifted me Hollow Knight, I'm gonna stream that soon too. So yeah, we've got some plans for this week, and I'm looking forward to October because I do have a lot of plans for spooky season. But yeah, we'll close off there. I'll go get myself some lunch. I do have a friend right now that's live that we can go and raid. Been a friend of the channel for a while now. Currently doing a doing some art, coloring like a tile thing. But you know, like real life art, not like digital art. Which I mean, like digital art is real art, but you know what I mean. So we are going to raid. We are gonna raid friend of the channel Lilium, who, like I said, currently doing an art stream, and it looks like she's got other friend of the channel Mini Alpha Ash there. So I'm sure you all will have a good time. You know, big appreciation both to Lilium and to Minnie. So yeah, be sure to If you're available to, you know, say hi, you know, all that, be nice to them. They definitely deserve it. And yeah, I'll catch you all later. Yeah, see you later, Taiga, Atomic, Rui, anybody else that might still be here hanging out. Have a lovely day or night. Be sure to take good care of yourself, and I'll be sure to do the same. And I'll see you maybe tomorrow, maybe Tuesday. I don't know. We'll figure it out together. I really should start making schedules. I think that would be beneficial for not only people that want to catch my streams, but for me as well. But yeah, take care, gamers. Catch you next time, and bye-bye. Atsu Dirt.